Alright, so this is for the Google My Maps that we will be using to create climographs with, well, sharing our climographs for a location of two different parts of the world. The goal was to pick two different cities on two different continents. So you should already have your cities chosen. You spent the past day designing and creating your climograph after performing research of the annual precipitation and temperature of that area. Now that you're on this part, you're going to go to Google My Maps. You're going to click Create a New Map. So you should not have anything in here yet unless you've done it for other classes, but I think this is the first time. So you're going to go to Create a New Map. When that loads, it loads the United States. And looking down here in this region, so we are now in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, there is a plus sign and a minus sign. So in order to zoom out, you click that minus sign. Alright, so you have the title of your Google My Maps. This is just like the title of a Google Docs. I'm going to ask that you name it your two cities. So I'm going to do Paris and Toad Suck. You do not, if you add a description, it just needs to be like, that this is for your sixth grade science class, science course on for climate. So if you could type that into your description, that works. Now, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to the search bar up here and type in your very first city. You see on my screen that I have coordinates here. You do not actually need the coordinates of your city. You just type in Paris, and noticing on my screen, mine says Paris, France. You will have to choose a different location. This should be based on your climograph. So you go to this location. Do not use details from Google Maps. Just close that out. Now you have this green marker. You need to actually place a more permanent marker. So you're going to click Add Marker right here. Place it where you want it to go. Instead of it saying 0.1, I'm going to change it to Paris, France. And I have a little description box. What goes in here is what the climate is of this location. So the climate of Paris, France is, and whatever city you have, you will fill that in. In addition to that, you had to write an additional paragraph discussing the lace mops that affects this area. So remembering that this is where your lace mops description will go as well. When you click save, you have a few options down here. The first option is to change the style. So you can change whatever color you want it to be. I'm going to choose purple. You can also change whatever icon you want it to be. For this instance, we're just marking two different locations on the map, so I'm not going to require you to choose a popular icon, but if you would like, it does not matter. You can edit it, and that will let you edit this description, but I'm going to add an image or a video. Okay, you are required to add one image of a cityscape, one video of a weather forecast of that area, in addition to uploading your climograph from your computer. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click More over here. This is where everything that you need to search online is. So you do a Google image search. I'm going to choose Paris, France. Hit search. You just choose one at random, whichever one appeals to you. I feel as though I will choose the first one. Select it. I now have it on my my marker. I will click save. Great. Now, in addition to this picture, you also have to have a video. So I will do the YouTube search. I will find a Paris, France weather forecast. It can be in another language. I am not going to watch your videos. The goal of this is to show me that you know how to upload on this new site that we're using, the Google My Maps. So I'm just going to choose the first one. I just want to know that you know how to upload a video. All right. I will save that. The final task that you're going to have is to upload your climograph for this area. So you're going to have to click add image or video. Now, we're not searching on YouTube anymore, and we are not searching on Google anymore. We are uploading from our computers. All right, at this time, you need to take a screenshot of your climograph with your Chromebook. So you pull up your webcam. It's usually located at the bottom of your screen. You might have to type it in. You hold up and take a picture of your graph. And I need you to pause the video while you do that. All right, now that you have your picture on your computer, you have to find it. So you click upload, and then for me, it is going to be in my downloads. You're going to have some options over here. You definitely want to click your downloads option. I know it sounds odd, but that's where it's located. Let's find mine. Okay, so I selected it, I uploaded it, I click save. It is now located in where my other images are. So my first image, my video, great. Let's take a look at some other things. First off, you do not need this green marker, so I'm going to close that out. I'm also going to title this untitled layer just climates, because it's the climates of the two cities. I now have one placement. I'm going to go back over here on the right side, zoom out a little bit. Gonna close this out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. All right. I now have France. I can tell because it's listed over here. I have my first city. Let's look at my base map. If I click my base map, this is where you can change your background. So I might like this one. You can choose any background you like. It's totally up to you. Pick one. All right. Now you have to add your second marker. I'm doing Toadsuck, so I will choose Toadsuck, Arkansas. Alright, I am not going to use the Google Maps. I'm going to add a marker like previously. I'm going to call it Toadsuck, Arkansas. Yours will not be Toadsuck, Arkansas. Remember, in the description we have the climate in Toadsuck is, and you have to add to that. Don't forget you need your lace mops description included in this. I click save. I can change the color of it. We will go with yellow. I have to add my images and videos like previously. Once you are done with that, that is your second and final location on the map. Now remember, you can close out this green. Alright. Now here is the last challenge that you have. Underneath this search bar at the top, I need you to click this molecule looking like thing. It says draw a line. Now, we're not adding driving routes or biking routes or walking routes. We are just adding a line. This line is going to help us show the distance between Toadsuck and France. So you will click Add Line or Shape. You're then going to need to zoom in on one of your locations. I'm going to use my hand tool to drag over. I'm going to zoom in on one of your locations. Click your line. At the bottom of your pointer, you click, and then you have to zoom out to find your second one. Scroll over, scroll over. Ah, there we are. There's Paris. Okay, I will zoom. Oh, wrong way. Zooming back in, zooming back in. I will place my marker. Now for this one, I clicked once, but it did not place my line. So I will click it a second time. I will zoom out. Here is my line. It says line 3. I deleted that, so I'm gonna click undo right here if you accidentally delete it. Perfect, I'm glad that happened. Okay, I'm gonna add distance between Toadsuck and Paris. I'm gonna click save. Now, I know here that this shows me the distance between Toadsuck and Paris, 4,652 miles. So I'm going to add that in my title, 4,652 miles. Yours will be different. 4,652 miles. And I will click save. Now you can change the color of your line to whatever you'd like for it to be. I'm going to choose green, but you also can change the line width right here. Okay. When you feel like you have accomplished your task, click preview. And this is what it looks like whenever you submit it or whenever other people will look at it. So you have Paris and Toadsuck up here. You have 6th grade science course climate. You have climates. When people click on your climate, they should be able to see the name. They see your description. Remember, you have to insert your paragraph here about the climate, how you know, in the Lace Mops description. It also tells you that at the bottom that there are 2 photos and 1 video. You can click on that. This is what other people will see. They have this. There is a video. In addition to your climograph that you created in class. Alright, once you are done, please submit this on Google Classroom. And if you have any questions, let me know.